Ooh, happy juicy Monday, everyone, as XRP is deep in the green. The move on XRP is based on two news events that seem to be clearing the way for more green candles. Yes, everyone, super exciting stuff. We're also going to talk about continuous inflows into the crypto economy. What if I told you that we've got the makings of another run of which we haven't seen since 2021? And we're also going to talk about the government, why they don't want you in crypto. It doesn't have to do with money, but you'll understand what we're talking about. Oh, look at the juicy goodness on the screen. Can't wait until I share that good stuff with you. But first, yes, the viewers' comments. Jimmy NZ says, nice pics on the wall. I too have plastered pictures of myself around the house. Shrink says I'm a narcissist. He's just jealous. Trust me, the shrink is jelly that he doesn't look like you, kind sir. Jeremy Touche supporting the channel. Everyone give Jeremy a big thank you when you see him in the comment section. Says, Jeremy, please give me a heads up before you do a show on silver and gold. Appreciate you, Klaus. You got it, buddy. In fact, do this, everyone. I've got an email address. It's on the community page in the YouTube main screen. Email me. Put on the top in the subject line, gold and silver show. Here's what I want. Send me a couple pictures along with the story on some of your most favorite and high profited finds. And then what I'm going to do is, as I make the gold and silver show, I'm going to share your stories as well. So like I said, email me, put gold and silver in the subject, share with me a few pictures of maybe your best, maybe fun, unique finds, and maybe I'll share it on the show. Bitcoin's in at 35,255, hot as hell. ETH, not at 2,000 yet. Will we see more moves in the alt market when ETH hits 2,000? I want to hear about that too. ETH 1913, XRP 72.6, XLM right now at 13.3. H-bar though, not making as big of a move. H-bar right now at 5.7 with XDC slowly waking up 5%, sitting at 5.4. All right, crypto funds, it's $767 million 6-week streak. ETH sees the largest inflows. Well, no kidding, we've seen ETH finally pump in price. Talk about a laggard. I did a video on that yesterday. It's so weird to call like ETH a laggard or to call ETH just not important to the market, but it really seems the market's paying less attention to ETH. Digital asset investment products at asset managers such as CoinShares, Bitwise, Grayscale, 21Shares, basically the bigs, recorded net inflows for the 6th week. The funds added $261 million to a total of $767 million in the last 6 weeks alone. Listen to this. This is messed up. You guys want to know how big this move is? And this is why you hit the subscribe button. This is why you hit the notification bell. Because I'm giving you juicy nuggets. The inflow that we've seen here has surpassed all of 2022's $736 million run. That's crazy. Notably, the inflow streak now matches July's run, representing the largest since the crypto bull run ended in 2021. This latest surge is likely buoyed by an increased likelihood of spot-based ETF action, weaker than expected macros. Now, the weaker than expected macros is kind of weird. Bad macros means what, everyone? It's bad for the economy. But if it's bad for the economy, it's good for crypto. Why? Because if the economic factors are bad, like bad jobs, bad growth, stuff like that, that means Jerome Powell doesn't have to raise rates as much. It means that the economy itself is cooling down with all of the action that's been thrown at it, which means he doesn't have to do more. We're going to get into that. And as always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. Look at the juicy inflows here. Holy shit, man. These last few weeks, we have been rolling. All right, I wanted to share this with you, and then we're going to get into what's making the market move and the two big events that seem to be clearing the way for all of us to continue the juicy goodiness. I love this. These are good Monday mornings. By the way, everyone, in order to show my dedication to the show, I bought a whole bunch of silver and gold so that when we do our next silver and gold show, I will be able to share with you all my cool finds. Coinbase CEO says crypto is the greatest tool increasing global economic freedom. Crypto can circumvent or replace a lot of things that governments out there use to control us with. So I know a lot of people out there are like, yo, it's all about money. They want to keep us poor. It's not about keeping people poor. It's about keeping people dependent upon the government so that they keep voting for the people in the government. And crypto breaks a lot of those bonds. I want you to think of the decentralization part of crypto. Very opposite to all of our government's centralized approach, right? Very, very different. I want you to also think about the monetary thing. Maxine Waters is out there freaking out saying, yo, PayPal, PYUSD, you need federal government approval if you want to run a stablecoin. Maxine, go fuck yourself. You said states' rights were legit with cannabis and other recreational fun things, so why not with crypto? But it is. It's all about power and control. I'm going to leave this article linked. You're welcome to read it. They just go over different things: economic freedom, financial resilience, on-chain paradigms, democratizing access. It's good read, but it's basically this. The more the government sees crypto as freedom, the more the government is going to try to step in and crush that freedom. Will Bitcoin rally continue? This signal remains green. Oh, we're going to talk about two signals. The first is the ETF approval action. Now, buy the rumor, sell the news. Is that what we're going to see when the ETF actually gets approved? Like, is this the rumor right now? Is this the reason why the price is popping up so much? We've got the rumor action going on, and then when the news hits, it's just going to be dropped? See what some of us are thinking. But we also have a second thing that's opening up the space for us, and I briefly touched on it earlier in this video. So yes, Bitcoin, looking at some ETF Papadopple. I like it. I think a lot of you like it. In fact, it's been acknowledged by government agencies as well as financial experts out there that the main reason for movement for the alts is Bitcoin, not the alts themselves. So if we get more bullish good juice with Bitcoin, hey, we get more bullish good news with XRP. Coattails. Hey, look. Doesn't matter how you won the game, right? At least you won the game. And that's what we're going to be looking at with this. All right? Didn't matter how we got there. Let's just get there. All right. So ETF action, right? And we've talked about that as death. I'm not going to go over that too much more. But ETF action is definitely spurring the market. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Kind of curious. Now, the other one, and earlier I showed you the story that said, you know what? We had some bad economic data, okay? And the reason I wanted to bring up the whole idea of having bad economic data is if the data is bad, Jerome Powell and the Fed can take a pause. Central banks across the globe, not just the United States, can take a pause. Now, what they're going up against, though, is this problem. Okay, we've got two different dynamics here. And you know what? Let's go big screen super quick. I'll talk about the dynamics, and then we're going to go into some juicy price action. All right, let's talk about this tug-of-war system going on. Okay, so we got a couple factors that are playing at this. The first is we had some bad economic data come out, some weak economic data come out. When weak economic data comes out, it means the economy is starting to soften. Softening of the economy is bad for crypto. Why? Because if crypto is fueled mostly by retail now, the retail movements of money, then that's not such a good thing. But if the economy softens more and more and more, that means the governments, not just the United States, but global governments and their rate hikes are actually working. If we look at some of the demand-based things based on interest rates, some of those things are starting to break. We've watched used car market already start popping. New cars haven't popped hard just yet. Housing hasn't popped hard yet. Food is still crazy. Fuel, energy, we got to watch out for that one too. But weaker job, weaker growth means what? The federal banks don't have to be as aggressive with rates. Now, if we get really, really good data, right? Like all of a sudden it's like, boom, super jobs, boom, super economy, ooh, growth, all this kind of stuff. Well, then the Fed's looking at it going, well, wait a minute. We want to slow down demand, yet y'all are doing really good, so we have to raise rates even more. So we've got this weird tug of war going on right now, and that's where the majority of this optimism is coming in. It's coming in from the idea that, you know what? Maybe all those crazy rate hikes that we did with central banks across the globe, maybe they're working now. It's accepted belief that there's a lag effect, right? That when they raise rates today, the effect doesn't happen today. It takes some time for it to hit the market. And that's what we're thinking right now. We're thinking, oh, okay, maybe all of these rate hikes are hitting the market and we're seeing all the effects. So like I said, housing still hasn't broke yet. Energy is still going to be some problems. We're going to have to deal with that. But this tug of war dynamic right now is very, very interesting. And it's going to pivot on a data set that I'm going to share with you next. And that data is this: CPI action and inflation. All right, look, food is still high. Energy, we had a temporary relief, but that's going to be spiking back up. Why? Because of Middle East conflict action. Housing's been bad. Okay, you get it. We've done all this, okay? Now, in 1 week, there's going to be another data dump of CPI. CPI, though, and inflation has looked like this. And this is that scary part. This is that tug of war that we're talking about right now, where a lot of us are sitting here going, oh, gosh, we love this rally, but it's a smidge early. I mean, like a smidge early. And the reason why is because over the last several months, we've seen inflation actually come back on us. The target rate is 2.0, and we're sitting right now at 3.7, which means Jerome Powell's sitting here going, well, wait a minute. Maybe we do have to raise rates one more time just to stop this uptick in inflation. Now, this uptick in inflation is also being matched to some GDPs across the globe being very soft. So if you have uptick in inflation and a soft GDP, that is not good for economic growth, okay? That is a very, very bad thing. So we're watching the data. Now, the next data dump will be November 14th. Join us live. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you want to hang out. But we're going to do a live stream where we're going to go over CPI data. CPI data goes down. I think we're in the green for the rest of this year because the Fed meets in mid-December. Now, CPI goes up again. If we get a 4.0, I'm deathly afraid that will be the trigger for Jerome Powell to say, yo, we need to do another rate hike now. We need to get this in the books. We need to kind of quell this whole, demand-based shit, by raising rate. That's what I'm afraid of. So all we got to do is wait one more week for key data to come across that could tell us that things are going to move more. Now, and let's take a more recent look at this move in XRP. All right, got a line chart up on the screen. And like I said, I woke up this morning rip-roaring yet again. You know what? Let's put this into some candlesticks because I know y'all dig that kind of action. And let's do this. Let's zoom in just a little bit more so we can see what's actually happening here. Okay, we breached 65. We breached 70. Could not hold on to 73. That's okay. That's okay because this market has been stair-stepping. The more we zoom out, you can see it, right? Makes it move up, slight correction, makes move up, slight correction, makes move up, slight correction, stair stepping. We're doing pretty good. Zoom out a little bit more and you could see a continuous pattern. In fact, the optimism that we're seeing in the market, look at this. October 28th, Halloween. Not Halloween exactly. Come on, everyone. Be nice to me. October 28th, Halloween time. We were sitting just at 54 cents. Zoom out even further and we'll go to the 1 hour and check it out. We were in this lull period. Then all of a sudden, we breached 50, and that's what we talked about on the show. XRP in the community fires up at 50. Look at this move right here on the 19th. Once we broke right through 50, that was it, game on. That's why I've been paying attention to those key metrics. That's why if you've been watching this channel for months and months and months and months, you heard me talk about all spring and summer XRP at 50 cents. XRP at 50 cents. You got to look at it. When we hit 50 cents, we pop. And it was the same thing with the Taurus move. Hit Taurus move, we popped. This move right here, we popped. It's all about that 50 cent mark. Now that we're north of 60 cents, what are we all thinking? Okay, are we going to repeat on the Taurus action? Can we make a move up like this with Taurus action? Can we hold it this time? What are the experts thinking? Right now, 90% chance that the Fed is going to take a pause. Now, this data is before the most recent CPI data. So like I said, we're going to be watching it with the Hawk, along with Jerome Powell, the Fed, and a lot of other people out there. Watch it with us. Seriously, join it. It's really cool stuff. But we're going to be watching it because right now those traders are saying, hey, look, only a 10% chance that he's going to hit us. When is that next contract? December 13th. Now, what I'm going to be doing, and like I said, this will all be shared in the links down below for you to track it as well. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be watching the delta. I'm going to be watching the change of this metric up on the screen. When CPI data comes in, I'm obviously going to go do a deep dive on the report, as you guys have seen time and time again, okay? But what I'm also going to do is I am going to see the change in this. What I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to do a snapshot of the day before, right before the announcement, and then a day after the announcement. I want to see what that market shift is. If we get more than a 20% shift, then I think, man, it might be on the table that we could get hit yet again with another rate hike. But like I said, it's two things. And right now, with softening economic data, that tells Jerome Powell, yo, your stuff is working. But we also have inflation going up, which is telling Jerome Powell, yo, your stuff isn't working. ETF action is pumping up the entire market, which is great, but is it buy the rumor and sell the news? We're going to be doing gold and silver coverage on this channel, and I'm excited to share it with you. So find my email in the YouTube main page, community tab. Contact me. You guys know where that contact information is. Get a hold of me on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. show me a few pictures of your best, maybe most fun, maybe profitable, maybe just juicy stories, like a hidden gem find, something like that. Share it with me, pictures, stories, and we'll do it in the next gold and silver video. But right now, I'm excited. I woke up this morning and I saw more green candlesticks. And I know a lot of you out there is like, yo, dude, you are like the glass half empty guy. It's not that I'm glass half empty, it's just that numbers roam through my head 24/7, and I build life around numbers. Numbers make me feel comfortable. And I've got a whole bunch of metrics and data that you don't see that are on this screen, and that one right over there that I follow all day long that are just kind of keeping me in tune with the market. But I'm going to put those views to the side because you know what? The biggest data that I'm going to be looking for is coming out in about a week. And I don't want to jump the gun on anything like that. I just want people to celebrate and be positive, especially when, we got government shutdown action that we got to worry about mid-month. And I hope that doesn't bring us down as well. But you know what? Today's not about bringing us down. Today is about good stuff. Today is about positivity. Today is about, silver, sterling silver, marked. Gold. I bought more gold and silver so I could share with y'all. I get to pick it up tomorrow. How freaking cool is that? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are regarding the ETF action along with central bank action. Will this rally continue? Are we Lamboing it? Are we Mini Cooper-esque convertibling it? What about 99 Ford Escorts? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see what you think. What am I doing today? Well, I'm getting ready for a 6-hour ultra marathon. Today is a scheduled off day. All I'm doing today is recovery-based things. That's it. What are you cool cats doing? I'll catch y'all later, and let's hope for more green candlesticks.